and their parents had signed concerning the rules and expectations of the Pan-Pacific Defense Corps Jaeger Training Academy. Now that that was out of the way, two rangers named Lambert and Burke were giving them a tour. It wasn't as if nothing had changed since he was 7. Technology had come a long way since the Jaeger program had begun back in the mid-teens. The Mark VI series impressed even him, although he wasn't going to admit that out loud, or ooh and ah like a groupie. But they were cool. "Don't get used to this," Lambert told them. "You'll go through a lot before you ever pilot one of these. Some of you never will. After today, we start with the basics. Kwoon combat drills, basic pawns training to evaluate your drift compatibility. Then eventually you will fight simulated battles in the mock pods. If all of that goes well, you'll get a turn in Kronos Berserker here." The Jaeger Bay was a huge circular space. Jaegers stood in niches along the walls. Kronos Berserker was an older Mark V that had never met a kaiju, although it had done its part in law enforcement and rebuilding efforts. "As you can see, Kronos doesn't have a head," Burke said. "It's there up above." He pointed to the dark recesses of the dome's high ceiling, where a mess of gantries, walkways, scaffolds, head clamps, and the like obscured the shadow that was Kronos Berserker's control pod. "The head, in this case a con pod, is being prepared for a test run by 2 of our graduating cadets," Lambert went on. "Soon-to-be Rangers Braga and Vu. You'll meet them tomorrow. Meantime, we're going to take the lift up to CB's con pod, which I'm sure all of you know is where the pilots control her from. You'll go in twos. Everything important is offline, but don't mess with anything. It isn't a toy and this isn't kindergarten. The reason we're doing this at all is because I want you to be able to visualize what it will be like to be inside one of these magnificent things and know you're ready and equipped to battle anything. This training will be hard, and at times you'll want to quit, I promise. When you feel like giving up, I hope this experience will give you something to motivate you." They took the lift to the very top of the dome, where a head clamp was positioned to drop the con pod to Kronos Berserker, and thus complete her. There they waited their turns to go inside. He noticed Viktoriya step away from the others, and he looked out over the rest of the place. After a moment, he followed her. "These guys are easily impressed, aren't they?" he said sotto voce. "It is impressive," she replied, although her diffident tone seemed to belie her words. "Many of them never dreamed they would be here. Some of them probably should not be." The way she said it, the little flicker of a glance from the corner of her eye, suddenly made him feel defensive. "You don't know me," he said. "I know you arrived in Fuding in a PPDC executive jet," she said, "while I arrived in 3rd class on the train from Vladivostok." "Look," he said, "I didn't mean to rile you up. I was just making conversation." "I didn't come here to make conversation," she said. "I came here to train and learn, to become a pilot." She lifted her chin toward the con pod. "It's your turn." Lambert gave the 2 cadets a final inspection before escorting them to the Jaeger Bay. Braga, as usual, was trying to suppress a big grin. There was still a lot of kid in him, but in the best way. His sense of wonder didn't interfere with either his focus or his drive. In fact, it propelled both. His thick, wavy black hair was a little disheveled and bordering on being too long for regs. Typical, but he never let it go over the line. Next to Braga's 6-foot frame, Vu looked diminutive. She was just under 5 feet and weighed less than 100 pounds, but he'd never seen anyone perform better in the Kwoon. She was all business, Vu, and very contained. "I shouldn't say this," Lambert told them, "but I'm proud of you guys. You've both worked hard and you deserve to be Rangers. I know this feels like it will be a big deal, but the fact is, it's not all that different from being in the mock pod." "With all respect, Ranger," Braga said, "actually being in a Jaeger, that's gotta be different." "It's a little different," he admitted, "but it's the drift that's important, and you guys have demonstrated your ability many times. Just stay cool and don't get excited, and everything is going to be fine, right?" "Right, Ranger," they said in unison. "Great. Let's take a swing through the cadets so they can see what they're working toward." "I've met most of them already, Ranger," Braga said. "Seems like a good bunch." "Don't get too attached to them," Lambert warned. "Just think about the attrition rate in your cadre." "Nearly 60%, Vu said. "Closer to 70 in our class," a new voice said. "Ranger Burke," Vu said. Burke was a little shorter than Lambert, but they weighed about the same.